Welcome to Ideas All Day, a podcast where we, not experts, take ideas that we have, discuss them, and then classify them as either a good idea, an idea, or a bad idea. Let me do some intros. Making hard things look easy, Ajax. Easy
Hi.
things. Hi. Making easy things look easy, Alex.
What's up?
And making easy things look hard, myself, Kate. Hi.
So hard.
It is
So
hard.
easy.
Ooh. But first, I want to acknowledge our international viewers right now that are listening to this.
Hi,
Thank
Pablo.
To explain Pablo, imagine a being so handsome,
Oh, so
so
handsome.
cute,
So
and
cute.
just so full of life,
Mhm.
with a thick butt
Yep,
and the pokiest of noses.
yep.
And that
And then what
is-
about Pablo? Because you keep describing me.
Oh,
Mr. Pokey Nose.
Do you have an ass? I haven't noticed your ass.
No. Yes, you have. You said it's still better than other person.
Me and Ajax have been friends for, my God, what now? 8 years? 9 years?
Since professional women's football.
Since professional women's football. This is the one topic we disagree on so much. Like, I have to have an ass. How she is with a man without an ass. This is why we're also friends, because Ajax knows I will never steal her boyfriend. So that's
True, 'cause
another
he has
reason.
an ass.
Yeah.
Unless he gained an ass. And then I have to worry.
I don't think he would.
He might one day.
I don't think he is capable. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I like it. It's just,
you know what?
it's just there.
It's if you know what, I don't need to like his ass. So for this episode, my idea was inspired from a true life event that happened to me. So about a year and a year and 3 months ago, I was playing professional women's tackle football and we were winning. Yay. That doesn't happen often for me, but we were winning.
Win, win, win.
And my quarterback had fumbled the handoff to the running back. I was facing away from the play, so I couldn't see what was going on behind me. Someone was pushing me in one direction, and a body hit my leg going in the other direction, and I heard the snap, and I thought I had broke my ankle because I heard a crack, but I didn't feel pain, which I was very grateful for, until I tried to get up onto that foot. And that's when things started to hurt. It was funny because I heard the crack. I just stuck my leg up immediately. I'm like, this is hurt. I know this is hurt. It made noises. I'm going to stick my leg up. So in a sea of all these women, there's just me on the ground with my one leg up trying to do a can dance from the ground. Just look, here, this is the bad one.
Can.
Can. It was Easter weekend because I remember I had to go to the urgent care the next day, and it was Easter. And it turns out it was just a high ankle sprain. Basically, they put me in in a brace, told me to keep off of it. It started to feel better. I had a friend give me a walking boot, and that was useful to a point, but I still had to use crutches and keep my weight off of it. So my idea was, I wonder if there would be a way in which you can keep the pressure of all of your weight higher up on the ankle and have some sort of device come out of the boot down and then be either flippers or a spring so that you could actually walk in a walking boot earlier on in the healing process. And that way you're not using crutches all the damn time, because that sucked. It sucked. I hated using crutches. I got so tired so fast, especially stairs. Ugh.
Mm.
So my idea, walking boot, higher up, weight bearingness, but able to actually walk on it as you would your normal walking abilities.
Mm.
So that's my idea.
Nice.
So did
Very
you cats come up with anything similar or different?
Very different in my case.
Ooh.
Mine was similar.
Okay.
Mine was using your idea.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
Well, how would you do your idea?
I was saying that with the boot, it could come with a kickstand of sorts to raise it up whenever you put it down. Like so you can always have your leg elevated when you're sitting down.
And
To
like your
have, like-
knee bent too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Like if you were just like standing in line or something and
Oh, so
you could,
have
like-
a multi-way kickstand. So you can have it like if it was attached to it, so the kickstand can come out from any angle, and then you can have your foot raised at any angle.
Why not just do that thing they do with King Stick where if you let go, it doesn't fall over because there's almost like a stand. When it's
4 legs.
not 4 legs, it's like a disc that goes around the cane itself or the walking stick. But when you set it down and let go, it doesn't just fall over, it just falls at an angle but stays up.
Cool.
Yeah, it's actually it's pretty cool. So that way if he drops it, he doesn't really drop it. He's always got it.
Nice. So that was what I was thinking of, some sort of having a foot kickstand. That along with ice pack that might be able to fit within the structure of some sort, or have some sort of cooling agent within the brace to keep that last for like 20 minutes, so you can be still 20 minutes on and 20 minutes off.
I think there are some braces that do incorporate ice pack technology. I'm not 100% sure.
When I had my knee give out when we were at Tarkin, when I was also in women's football,
Tarkin was an awful field. I played on that field so many times.
Field where it had so many divots in the ground. I fell into a
remember.
divot, and then my knee hyperextended when I was running a route. That's what messed up my knee for years and years and years, where it hyperextended, so then I couldn't bend it. First, like when it was inflamed, that was when I borrowed a machine of an ice pack that had a bladder that filled up with cold water and ran it through the knee pack to have but it was on a timer. And so it would just be like, it would give you breaks too.
Nice.
But it was a really cool system.
The same system, but for like the ankle and leg.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If you were sitting down, it would make more sense. But if you were walking and mobile, it wouldn't make sense, because then you'd have have to have a charger or a motor to push through cold water or cold viscous liquid.
No, I get it.
So then we can have our inflammation attack as well.
It's like a twofer.
Raised leg, compression, elevation, and rest. So you're resting.
Rest, ice, compress, elevate.
Yeah. So then you're covering all your rices.
Yeah, what's your idea, Alex?
Well, as someone who's never had this particular thing happen to me, I come at it from a different perspective. It is a drastically different approach, but similar in the way that like the elevation. Because I actually came up with several different ideas and a few different ones in particular, but more of from the layman, not athletic in any way, shape, or form, and who's never had this particular injury. One of my ideas was I like to call the upside down hand stilts.
Upside down
Yes.
hand stilts.
Correct. Where it is where instead you would have your foot, having been injured, you would actually lay down on this little apparatus, almost like a cop, where you would strap yourself in, but you would have these 2 triangle-shaped stilts that have handles at the bottom. So your head would actually be towards the bottom and your legs would be up towards the top, and your face kind of be pointing towards the ground and back. So your foot is essentially elevated above. So you're essentially going to use your hands to move those 2 stilt-like triangle structures, like sleds. So if you think about it, you're almost like using your hands and shuffling along a little bit to kind of walk along. So you're never putting any weight on your feet whatsoever. Think of it like you're laying in a bed with your face down. Think of it like a cot, and you're laying in it face down, but then you take the cot and you turn it to a 45-degree angle with your head going down and your feet going up.
Okay.
Okay? But with handles around where your hands are attached to the legs that basically you would just kind of move along to use for locomotion. However, obvious
you're
question.
Upside down.
Exactly. That's a perfect thing. Now, given today's technology with VR headsets, AR stuff, you would have a set of VR goggles that actually look like regular glasses. And you would have a camera attached to your ass that would then...
Ass cam.
Yes, you would have the ass cam that would show an image of what's in front of you. So that way you're still at head level and you're just moving along using that weight. So you're never putting any weight on your legs to giving it the most amount of time to heal. You got a comfortable thing that your whole body is getting supported by, and you're still able to move around. It's a little awkward. Again, not a great design, but the concept is there.
Generation
So-
one.
Exactly. I'm not expecting this because it could be something where it actually has wheels and you move along, or have those like the tri-wheeled things like they have on to climb upstairs.
Hovercraft of sorts.
You were not there yet with the technology, but we've got
No,
the
we're not.
technology.
That's like level 6.
Oh, that's something like, post after it's already gone to market.
After
kind of thing.
postmodernism
Yeah.
happens.
It's meant to give you the point where you almost never have to put weight on your foot ever. You never you're not using crutches in that natural sense, but you're never ever having to put your foot down because you're always there, and people just stare at your ass and you're gonna think it's natural because it's your face in your perception. with the
Now,
goggles
is the butt camera adjustable?
I think so. You can do
I-
minute movements with your butt. Like,
Yeah,
it's a good butt trainer.
It should be something that's actually stable that would be clipped on by either a helper or somebody else, or like before you twist yourself over. So it straps on so it's static. It really shouldn't be attached directly to the gluteus maximus.
There's an applicator.
Yes. Now that was idea number 1.
One.
Oh, yes. That was one of the more complex ones. Some of the others are a little bit more throwing ideas out there. Very simple. There was other ones. Some I'm not proud of, some I am. Some I think are just more like conceptual.
I like your amount of ideas that you
Yeah.
have. I feel like you chose a really futuristic model.
It's not the most futuristic of them all, where it is a little bit the most complex in its sense. I mean, somewhere like literally the next one was eat a Carolina Reaper pepper. Because if you're eating a pepper like that, you don't give a shit about your leg anymore. But it doesn't heal it.
No.
And you're just in pain constantly. So, but it does. You get the pain. It's more of that's like a Band-Aid to the problem. It's a short-term fix to a long-term problem that doesn't really fix it, which is why it's on the list as a short-term one, but it's not one I would recommend. I would put that in closer to the bad pile of ideas. Then there's other ones like basically cut it off, because if you don't have the leg, you can't feel any pain. You get a replacement and you're good to go.
That's not true. There is phantom limb pain.
True, but we're
That's what's
talking about,
happened.
you do this before you even get the injury.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because we're with everything going on in today's technology, we're moving in that direction. So to say that cybernetics or implants or even like cosmetic implants is out of the question, I would say is completely false. It may be 50 years in the future before it becomes commonplace and something usable, but to say it couldn't happen, I would disagree. It's just something that's not going to happen yet. The best thing you get right now is those blade ones for your legs, which make you even faster in some cases than traditional athletes.
Yeah.
And then I have one more idea.
Okay.
Another one that I feel very happy with this one. And I like to call this idea Alan.
Alan.
Now who Alan is? Alan's this really cool guy I met.
I know Alan.
He's just cool dude. And, he doesn't have a lot going for him, but he's strong. And what Alan would do is he would have a specialized harness. And what you would do is when you have your injury, he would strap you into the harness on the front, and he would walk around for you. Alan would basically become your legs.
Wait.
So Pat.
Wait. How is he strapped on?
So no, you're strapped onto him. You're strapped onto him. You are the master blaster, but you're the little guy on top. You are, what was it? The guy from Total Recall, the guy in the guy's chest.
I just remember the 3 boobs. The lady with 3 boobs.
Then you're the
There were
middle
3
boob.
boobs.
You're the middle boob of the 3-boobed lady in Total Recall.
Okay.
You are what everyone draws their attention to, and Alan's there carrying you along. So you don't have to walk on your foot. And think of it this way. He becomes your new friend because he's carrying you on. You're spending so much time together.
Does Alan get paid?
It's all through insurance. So he gets paid. It's his job, but he gets paid through insurance, Medicare. It's all covered.
That's a shame because I feel like that the government subs is slow system.
It takes time.
I was to look, I'm thinking about your ideas. That one currently is an idea.
And funny enough that once I had my injury during the football game, Pat actually was my Alan and was
See?
able to carry me to my car like the true gentleman that he is.
So is Pat really Alan?
It's
Could be.
Alan Pat.
But there's only one Alan, and technically, for this idea, there can only be one Alan.
Well,
So
then
everyone has a share Alan.
How does he handle that?
that's a lot of like carrying.
It's a lot of responsibility, but that means his services are that much more needed. We could go the cloning route, but
Let's clone 'em.
I don't trust cloning. It's not safe for the clones.
Or
I
is
think
it just everybody who's born into the name Alan has to do that?
nope, just this one Alan.
But isn't that a monopoly then?
Of one
He-
person.
He monopolizes the whole Alan market by being the only Alan that can
it's
do that service.
Correct, but since there's only one Alan, there's only a limited. It becomes an exclusive service.
I don't think that's going to float with like fair trade and such.
But the problem is, then someone else could come in. Some sort of Steve or Tim could show up,
Or
trying to be
Pat.
like Alan, but he's not Alan.
My
But he's
vote.
not Alan.
My vote's for Pat. I trust Pat not to drop me, and I
Alan
don't
would
have
never drop you.
and I don't
and
have to
the
be
fact you'd
strapped
ever-
into him.
No, that's required to be strapped into Alan. Onto Alan, not into Alan, onto Alan.
So Kate,
So
How
I would
would
be
you-
Alan Strap-on.
Yeah.
Yes, you would
I
be
would
Alan
be his
Strap-on.
strap-on.
You are his third boob.
now knowing this, Kate,
Yes.
where would you rank this idea?
I would put the Alan idea in the bad ideas pile because I just don't feel like it's a feasible business model. Because there's in one football season we saw like half a team have injuries. So if there was only one
True.
Alan for 15 players, it would
It
make
would take him forever.
it would be complex. Your upside down cot idea, I would also kind of put that in the bad ideas pile just because of mobility issues, like stairs. Like how do you navigate stairs?
Again, this is an early prototype.
All right. I'll retract my bad
No,
idea.
no. Keep
I'll
your
put
bad
it-
idea pile.
I'll put it
Because we're
in,
gonna come back around to yours. Don't worry.
we'll put it in the ideas pile. It needs
No.
work.
I'm gonna make
It
sure.
needs-
I'm gonna mark in my book, my little notebook. Kate says this is a bad idea, and that Alan. I'm gonna make
I
sure
didn't
Alan
say I
knows about
hate
this.
Alan.
No, Alan is gonna cry
Is-
now.
Is
I
Alan
hope
single?
you're happy.
He's tall. Yes, Alan tall.
You
Is he a ginger?
Is he a ginger?
You know what? I'm not talking anymore about Alan because you don't like him. Honestly,
I don't like him as a whole
I'm gonna
medical
make sure
device.
if they made cards, you know how they make thank you cards. I hope they have a no thank you card. So then when Alan makes it big with this idea, he's gonna send you. If you
Next
ever
time.
have an injury,
Yeah.
I'm not helping you.
Next time I have a high ankle sprain, he'll just be like, "I'm sorry, I'm rejecting you and my services. You cannot be my strap-on."
You're not
Thank
gonna be
you.
my third boob.
You
will
know
be
what,
my third
Alan?
boob.
The Alan Union speaks here. I'm so glad Alan has a say in all of this here because I felt bad for him for a while. Poor
Yeah,
Alan.
it sounds like he's like a mule.
He's got emotions. He was gonna be your friend. He was also an emotional support while you're going through this, and you're
But
just treating
he's
him.
got so many people to handle, like the whole team. That's like
But that makes it
what,
that much more
11
special
people
when
that
he
he's gotta
chooses you.
Oh, so is it like a dating thing? Like you have to like do Tinder for him? Like he has
Maybe
to like
it-
you have to
it's up to-
swipe right, both of you?
when you have that
Mm.
many people looking for your services, you can be picky
Alex.
about who you want.
Alex, can we, instead of just having Alan, just imagine this, a bunch of really big, burly, jacked up dudes that you can Tinder match to be your Alan.
You
And
can make.
not
We'll come to a
only
compromise.
not only
that's
can
good
you
work
have
distribution.
mobile services, but you can also have like hey there services.
No, that is not how this works.
I
How
like
dare
this.
you? No, hey there services.
I would
You
like
can
some
have
hey
your
there
little
services.
Tinder strap-on services
Listen.
all you want.
Listen,
My
if-
Alan is pure and innocent, and he is
Listen.
a one of a kind, and
Listen.
he is going to carry people around
listen,
while they have their high ankle strain injuries.
listen.
Their best friend during
If
this time.
if there was a Tinder match mobile services for every time you had like a high ankle sprain that had hey there services, I would be purposely breaking my ankles
that
Every day.
chronically.
But that would put a strain on the healthcare system that is already being overtaxed right now. Have you thought about that?
Can we sell this idea to Canada?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Because
I
it's no
will
longer
visit
Alan.
Canada.
Then it comes Francois.
Francois. Nice. So I thought Alan was overworked.
I feel
felt
bad for Alan.
He's a good dude. He's doing it because he cares.
He's doing it
I don't know what he's getting paid,
in love.
Well,
but does he really love them?
And
It does-
hey, services.
he's there to support them.
You know what? I'm going to call it an idea because I believe in Alan. I don't hate Alan. I think he's a good dude. I forgot the second idea, but the first
cot?
idea, the upside down one.
The upside down cot.
Yeah, I thought that was very futuristic.
Sorry. Just describing as the upside down cot. Just
The
makes
upside
me,
down cot.
that
Well,
makes me
technically,
really
it was
want to.
upside down hand stilts.
Hand stills with the ass camera.
Yes.
The ass cam.
Oh my god.
I think it's an idea.
That's an idea.
It's an idea.
Oh, that was the other idea that
There's a
I
lot
wanted
of
to put.
training.
That I wanted to put in the bad ideas pile. A premature dismemberment of body parts. I will solidly put that in the bad ideas pile.
I mean, like, yes,
I would not support
agree.
people,
Like, why would you
like-
prematurely dismember your body parts?
I don't want to sprain
It's-
my
well, think
ankle.
of it
Let me
this way.
cut it off.
No. Think of it this way. How many people alter their body as it is? How many get implants? How many
But-
get... And I understand. Believe me, I'm agreeing with you with the I wouldn't want to cut my leg off either and replace it with something else. I think
But
that's
if it
a
just
terrible
popped
idea.
off?
Yeah, but you can replace it. You could, again, this is strictly to
But
solve
like,
the
what if it just
problem.
automatically popped off?
What do you mean automatically popped off?
Like, oh my gosh, this is about to happen, pop off. And then you're like, what if it didn't happen? So it prematurely popped off, and you're like, damn, premature pop off.
well, then you have a
Wait.
defective product and you got to get a new one. That's where you go. You have warranties.
Are we talking about the replacement part, not your actual part? Because I never looked at my leg and be like, this leg's gonna prematurely pop off. I can just feel it.
The replacement part. We're going
Thank you.
strictly
Okay.
replacement.
I got a
not
little
just-
confused there.
No,
Like,
no.
do you often have a feeling of your leg just suddenly having the urge to pop off? Call
If you
Alan.
If you do,
Alan, he's the man.
Alan is waiting by.
he'll pick you up and carry you to the hospital and carry you around in his specialty harness.
Alan, we believe.
We believe in Alan. Hashtag we believe in Alan.
Alan.
Hashtag
So,
Alan strap on.
okay, so now we're going
Hashtag
back
third
to
boob.
now we're going back to Kate, your idea of the ultimatic
Automatic. It's
ultimatic
hydromatic. Well, it's
hydromatic
Grease
boot
Lightning.
that's the same height that allows you to walk normally.
Yes, the improvement on the already existing boot to kind of restrict pressure on the actual ankle and put the weight higher up. That was my idea. Alex, I know, bad idea. Ajax?
Okay, I personally still don't necessarily understand the idea, but I believe in your belief in the idea, hence why I'm putting it in the good idea pile.
Whoa.
And since Kate is such a jerk to Alan, I'm automatically putting this in the bad ideas pile because not only are you still putting weight on your leg, even if it's higher up, you don't know how bad that strain is. You're just assuming it's going to be high enough in the shifting of the weight. And all these kickstands and
That's
You know,
Ajax's.
That's my idea.
thank you, you're right. And all these things. Whereas Alan, never going to let you down because he's literally strapping you onto his body. He can't let you down.
But yeah,
I don't know.
so
Okay,
my
yeah.
idea is in the bad ideas with Alan. Got it.
Yep. You just
All
toss
right,
the
so
animal away like
then-
that.
So then my idea that was on top of Kate's idea, does that automatically make that in the ideas pile with Alan?
No, it's just in the ideas pile because it's your idea versus Kate's idea.
Would you say that Ajax's idea was strapped on to my idea?
No, it's more like a Thomas Edison version where something else that was created by someone else and then she approved upon it, making it her own.
I like your idea, Ajax. I would put that in the idea/good idea area. I think
I was
it's
just gonna make an accessory.
like if it like someone with some sort of engineering background could figure out the ideal placement for the kickstand or kickstands, I think it would be a good idea.
I think it's interesting. And it was interesting because I got it off of your idea, which I didn't completely understand, but I assumed it looked like a foot holder. I needed a few visuals. I needed a sketch artist.
Speaking of visuals, Ajax, why don't you talk about today's sponsor?
Today's sponsor is Angry Nimbus Woodcraft at angrynimbus.com. If you go to the website, you can see that there's kitchen and culinary.
Angry Nimbus Woodcraft.
There's home decor and furniture.
Angry Nimbus Woodcraft.
There's bottle openers. There's custom wrist rests.
Angry Nimbus Woodcraft.
If your wrists are tired, then get wrist rests. They'll rest your wrists.
I can personally say that yes, Angry Nimbus Woodcraft wrist rests are not only stylish, but supportive.
We also have a custom flight paddles that not only can hold cups of booze, but you can hold 5 cups at one time.
Angry Nimbus Woodcraft.
Lightning art and gift cards.
Angry Nimbus Woodcraft. Use the promo code Future Seeds 20 to have 20% added to your total as a tip to us.
Exactly.
Angry Nimbus Woodcraft. So we had our ideas. We voted on our ideas. Now it's up to you, America, to decide what to do with our ideas. Go
and
forward.
also our international listeners too.
Support Alan in your local communities, and
Alan's an essential worker.
he's an essential worker. He needs your help. He's having a hard time, and he can really use your support.
If you have an Alan in your life, call him. Say hi. See what he's up to. Alan needs support
Have him
too,
carry
just
you
like how
around.
he supports others.
Alan does.
Alan does what
Alan.
Alan can.
Alan Strong.
And if you put Alan Strong 20 at angrynimbuswoodcraft.com, you will give Alan a 20-cent tip. Thank you for supporting Alan in his time of need.
Or thank you very much for joining us on the Future
Yes.
Seeds podcast.
Oh,
We're
here
so
we go.
thankful for you joining us, and we look forward to hoping you have a great time next time you listen to us.
And
Thank
remember
you so
to,
much.
And remember to subscribe, like, and share Future Seeds podcasts at Spotify, iTunes, Facebook, YouTube, MySpace, Tinder,
The streets. Find a
Correct.
random person.
Craigslist. Put missing posters of flyers of our faces and put "Have you heard?" Future
Milk
Seeds.
cartons. Can we be on milk cartons, please?
We could be
The smallest of ones, like you get
the
in school.
print ones. Yes.
Right.